Jones Soda presents 3KB on E3.
I'm Mike.
I'm Kat.
And I'm Jay. And today we're talking about Microsoft. The disaster at
E3. And they were put to shame!
I look like a jackass too, because I always defend them.
Nintendo kicked their butts, PlayStation kicked their butts, heck, Ubisoft with their laser tag kicked their butts.
Capcom kicked their butts.
Really sad.
Capcom!
I'm kidding.
Capcom kicked their butts.
Everyone was waiting for Kinect. Everyone was so excited. They're like, oh my god, it's Kinect. We're gonna see like what it can really do. Really? That was the best they had? You got your shape. Look, it maps my body perfectly. And it's like a human figure with like blobs all over her and stuff.
Look like Slimer from the Ghostbusters.
Yeah, talk about releasing a tech demo to the public. Like, this is exactly what they've done here. There was no definitive reason why this was released except to compete against PS Move.
Xbox, return Kinect. There's this one major error that you wouldn't have discovered by watching the press conference.
Two major errors.
Let's not even number them, there's so many.
When has Microsoft released something that's worked right away? Name one thing.
Windows 7.
Let's make 3 versions of the Xbox, because the first one has a 60% fail rate.
For me to buy it, they have to fix some things.
You know, yeah,
They should just
I
wait.
agree.
I know they're trying to compete with PlayStation. I know they want to come out at a similar time, you know, for the Christmas crowd or whatever.
Yeah.
Wait another year so it's not garbage. So
Yeah.
you don't get panned, so it's not terrible. Just wait it out. I know you really want to jump on the bandwagon with everyone else with this motion stuff, but it looks awful. Don't do it. Don't do it, because it looks bad.
Yes, and all the launch releases they seem to me like they're all Wii Sports games.
Most of them don't work. Let me get this straight once and for all.
You have to stand up straight to play Kinect.
In all of the promo, there's people sitting down, playing Kinect as a family. Four of them.
4 people.
At once.
At once?
Sitting down.
Yeah.
Surprise, surprise, you can't play the game sitting down, and you can't play more than 2 players at once.
Because it gets confused.
When I found that out, I just heard Kinect's future and it sounded like this.
Oh wait. Alright, we get the
Oh,
point.
deeper.
Microsoft rules. The end!
You can't navigate the system unless you're standing
Unless you're
up.
standing up.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
It's a big practical joke on you.
And
It
really
has to
didn't
be.
make it seem like you could like flip through things like this, but it's like you're going like this.
Yeah. And you know
There
what?
you
You know why the developers are saying? You know why you can't sit down?
Nope.
Because it's too complicated. Yes, Microsoft won't say it, but if you ask the developers, third-party developers,
I heard this.
it's too complicated. Why? Because, well, think about it. When you're sitting down, you can be on an angle. I have a corner couch, so I'm like right in there.
You can have your legs crossed. You can have your
Yeah.
knees up here.
And the problem is your joints are not straight anymore, right? They're not perpendicular with the floor.
That's a big one, yep.
They
Why
don't-
didn't they come out in the open and say, listen, you can't play unless you're standing up?
I think they're still trying to give people hope.
Hope for what?
That it's going to be fixed. And I don't know if they're having meetings right now like, how we're going to do this. If you ask a third-party developer, Microsoft specifically gave them instructions to make games standing up. So they knew this from the beginning. They knew it when they were shooting that promo trailer with the family,
Those
that you
lying
can't
wenches.
sit down.
This is false advertising.
Well, it's
essentially.
almost like we can't figure this out, but I'm assuming if we throw enough money at it, someone will figure it out, right?
To that
it's like
point-
shooting themselves in the foot. I just can't believe they did
The
that.
past E3s, they have shown things that were faked and then finally developed it to work in that order.
By October.
That's the problem here. Like, they showed the new Star Wars game,
Yeah.
and it clearly is on rails.
Yes.
And the person who was playing it was clearly acting out the motions and not
Right.
actually playing the game.
Right.
The problem with this is a lot of people have wanted to see a game where you actually use a lightsaber. Now, this is not the way to go about it, LucasArts. You failed again. Don't even release it. Give me a break.
LucasArts, Microsoft, you have no vision. That's the bottom line. You have such a popular franchise, there's endless possibilities with it, you just keep on letting people down over and over again, so just stop making them. Let someone else do it.
So, although the Kinect was really, really
A
depressing
disaster.
and not exciting in any way, they did have some things that were amazing and that looked wonderful, like Gears of War 3. That looked crazy. I thought the gameplay looked awesome. The bad guys were great. The story looked great. 4 people.
4-player co-op
Four.
in the campaign.
That's mind-blowing.
So much fun. I missed games like that. So it's like Left 4 Dead and then it's 4 people, but it's crazy, crazy sci-fi. Wow.
Everyone's really excited about the 4-player co-op with Gears, and I'm excited too, but Kat just brought up a good point. Left 4 Dead's been doing it forever, so why is it a big deal?
It isn't.
But it is, Gears of War hasn't done that before.
Yeah.
So it's awesome for them.
And they're bringing back the Berserker.
The Berserker's infected now. It's exactly what they needed to do. They've brought in some new gears, and some of them are female.
In this Gears, you'll be able to play as the enemy in multiplayer. Tickers, you steer them. Really excited about the continuation of the story of Gears 3.
Yeah, that's true. The storyline, I'm very
The
excited to see where it
conclusion.
goes.
The conclusion.
Apparently.
Metal Gear Solid Rising is one that I'm super excited about. It's so cool. Cut anything you want. And just the trailer seems so exciting. Your characters look great.
The graphics, they're so good.
I love his armor.
They're taking Metal Gear Solid and putting it into an action-adventure game. It's not espionage, oh god, pacing slow type of game. Now it's just like action-packed
Ninja game.
sword. Yeah, I can't wait.
It's gonna be wicked, man.
And
And
running-
multi-platform.
Yeah, it's multi-platform.
Halo Reach was also previewed.
Yes.
And yes, it's exciting that the actual game with the storyline is coming out, but
You can fly a ship in space.
Yeah, that is new.
that's cool.
Demo trailer, whatever you want to call it, they showed.
Was good, come on.
Was good. And they have a new score, and I was like, this score is good again.
I still think the best score was Halo 1, and then it went downhill from there. But ODST had a rich, thick score.
Like my dick.
So in the demo, there was a lot of real-time events that took place, and they really added those to make it feel like it's a bigger game than it actually is.
Yeah.
Do these real-time events always take place when you go to the same spot? Those are questions we don't know
More
until
than
we play
likely,
the game.
yes.
But the point is, it's epic. I'm really excited for it. Is this a buy or a rent?
Pre-order.
So Forza 4 has been announced, and it uses a Kinect. Now, I got some issues here, okay?
It's shit.
I got an idea for you. When you're in a car...
Oh, I'm sorry. I did it wrong.
Yeah, there you go.
Alright.
Now, that's the correct way to drive a car.
Don't you guys know that?
As soon as you get in the car, the gas just goes, and you never need a brake.
Yeah.
What?
So obviously, I'll be playing this game with the 360 controller.
Showing it with Kinect, yes, apparently it handles really, really good. But you're standing up playing a racing game. I mean, how realistic is
And
this?
there's no gas and brake pedal.
It was like the executive said, I have this idea that's going to blow your guys' mind. Instead of going the ultimate simulator racing game, let's go completely backwards.
Make a
Stand up.
shit-a-later game.
Shit-a-lator where you stand up.
Vroom, vroom, vroom.
You give me a break. Let's also give this feature where you can walk around the car and touch parts of the car and find out
Well,
who gives a flying shit
A
ass.
kid from the lab, an intern's like, but sirs, to drive you must sit. They fired that intern.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous, and I don't even want to keep talking about it. All you fanboys that are about Forza, 3, I respect you guys, but GT5 is coming out finally, and Forza 4 has no shot in the chance of a lifetime.
Maybe without the Kinect, it does. When they showed the guy like looking in, I'm like, they're making this not for video games. It's almost like wives that like want to do interior design, 3D virtual reality. It's like, oh, how's my kitchen gonna look?
And finally, Fable 3 was shown as well.
Really, I was never a fan of the old franchise, but there's a lot of things that draw people into this game. The pet is back, so you have a little pet running around with
Yeah.
you.
Woof woof. The graphics also look really great in this. Obviously, a new storyline.
There's something that is going throughout the whole video here, redundant. Gears 3, Halo Reach, Fable 3, where is the innovation?
The only thing that I saw at Kinect that was really original, and it wasn't even in the Microsoft press conference, was with Ubisoft, a game called Child of Eden. That looked cool. It looked really cool, actually.
And now
so
the-
I'm looking forward to playing
yeah.
that game. That's
What-
the only thing for Kinect.
So Microsoft, overall, depressing. You were sad, you were let down, we were not impressed, and really we're only looking forward to the actual Xbox games and not Kinect.
Yes.
Sadness.
One good thing that happened at the event for you Xbox owners, They've secured the DLC for all Call of Duty games for the next 3 years. That means the first release for the DLC will happen on Xbox, and I don't know how long it'll take for it to come on PS3. They didn't announce a time frame.
And they released a new Xbox that it's not going to give you a red ring of death.
And it's thin and tiny.
It's just a 1 inch shorter, that's it.
What else is good about this?
Wi-Fi.
It uses about 50 to 60% less power. Big deal.
So the overheating won't be an issue. And it has Wi-Fi. Finally, they've caught up to PlayStation. Yay.
Yeah, it's quieter.
250 gigabyte drive.
Touch sensitive, the front panels.
Oh yeah, baby. Sounds like a PS3.
Like the Sony.
So if you don't own an Xbox, you gotta go buy this one. That concludes the Xbox. Jones Soda.
So if
Ready?
you want to get the 3 kilobytes t-shirts sponsored by Zero Edge, you just email Jason simply at jason@3kb.ca. 20 are left, and we want to sell them because we make money off of it.
Yep.
And we can buy lots of soda. Jones Soda.
And video games.
How come you keep talking about Jones Soda?
I happen to prefer their drink.
What about you?
Definitely.
I have to agree. Jones Soda.
It's the way to
top-notch.
go. Yeah.
Players were on the floor, you gotta
Yeah.
be standing up to play that, you goof.
Oh, you goofball.
We could have done it by now.
We're going to do it. We're going to do what
So
you're saying.
you're stubborn.
You're stubborn too. We're all 3 of us are stubborn.
Yep.
But you guys are more.